Everyone tells you to save money. Nobody tells you where it actually comes from. Skip the latte. Stop eating out. Just spend less. That advice is garbage. And I can prove it. A $5 latte every workday is $1,300 a year. Even if you cut it entirely, which you won't, you're still $8,700 short of $10,000. The real money isn't hiding in your coffee cup. It's hiding in places you've never bothered to look. Today I'm going to show you dollar by dollar exactly where $10,000 comes from. And none of it requires you to live like a monk. Step 1. Before you cut a single expense, you need to know where your money actually goes. Not where you think it goes. Where it actually goes. I want you to pull up your last 3 months of bank and credit card statements. Every transaction. Every charge. Every forgotten subscription. Most people have never done this. And when they do, they find something disturbing. The average American has between $200 and $400 per month in spending they can't account for or explain. Microcharges. Subscriptions they forgot about. Duplicate services. Fees they didn't notice. That's up to $4,800 a year. Vanishing. Silently. But here's the thing. This isn't about shame. This isn't about guilt. This is about data. You can't optimize what you can't see. So here's what you do. Open a spreadsheet or use the free one I've linked below and categorize every expense from the last 90 days into 3 columns. Column 1, Fixed Essentials. Rent, utilities, insurance, minimum debt payments, groceries. Things that keep you alive and housed. Column 2, Fixed Non-Essentials. Subscriptions, memberships, services you pay for monthly but don't technically need to survive. Column 3, Variable Spending. Everything else. Dining out. Shopping. Entertainment. Impulse buys. The stuff that fluctuates. Now this is where it gets interesting. For most people, column 3, the variable spending, is 30 to 40% of their take-home income. On a $4,000 monthly take-home, that's $1,200 to $1,600 per month that bends. You don't need to eliminate it. You need to compress it. By about $833 a month. That's $10,000 divided by 12. $833. That's your number. Let me show you how to build it layer by layer. Layer 1. The subscription purge. The average American spends $219 per month on subscriptions. That's not my number, that's from a 2024 C+R research survey. And 42% of respondents had forgotten about at least one active subscription. Here's your hit list. Streaming services you rotate but never cancels, average overlap, $30 per month. That gym membership you haven't used since February are $40. The premium app tiers you could downgrade, Spotify family you use alone, cloud storage you don't need, $25. That subscription box, $35. The second streaming service, the forgotten meditation app, the meal kit you paused but didn't cancel, another $30. Conservatively, you can cut $120 per month without noticing a single change in your quality of life. $1,440 per year. From things you weren't even using. Layer 2. Bill negotiation. This is the move most people skip because it feels uncomfortable. But it works. Your internet bill. Your car insurance. Your cell phone plan. These are all negotiable. The companies won't tell you that, but they are. Here's the script. Call the retention department, not customer service, retention, and say this. I've been a customer for X years. I've found a competitor offering the same service for Y dollars less per month. I'd like to stay, but I need you to match that rate or I'll need to switch. I've used this exact approach. Millions of people have. And the data backs it up. A Bill Shark study found that 85% of negotiation attempts result in some savings. The average reduction is $35 to $50 per bill. Let's be conservative. Internet, save $25 per month. Car insurance, shop and switch annually, save $50 per month. Cell phone, switch to an MVNO like Mint or US Mobile, save $40 per month. Cancel the extended warranties and protection plans you're paying for, save $15 per month. That's $130 per month. $1,560 per year. We're at $3,000. And you haven't changed a single daily habit yet. But here's the thing, we need $10,000. And the next layers are where the real transformation happens. Layer 3. The automation layer. Here's why most people fail at saving money. They try to save what's left over at the end of the month. There is never anything left over at the end of the month. Parkinson's law says that expenses expand to fill the income available. If you have it, you spend it. Not because you're irresponsible. Because you're human. The fix is surgical. The day your paycheck hits, the exact day, set it up with your bank. An automatic transfer pulls $400 into a separate high-yield savings account. Not your checking account. A different account. At a different bank if possible. One you can't see when you check your daily balance. $400 per month. $4,800 per year. Why $400? Because combined with our first two layers, $250 per month, we're now at $650 per month. $7,800 per year. We need $2,200 more. And this is where it gets creative. But this automation step isn't just about the $400. It's about psychology. When the money is gone before you see it, your brain adjusts. You start living on what's left. Within 2 to 3 months, you won't even notice the $400 is missing. Studies on automatic enrollment in 401k plans show the same effect. Participation rates jump from 49% to 93% simply by making saving the default. You're not relying on willpower. You're relying on inertia. And inertia is undefeated. Now let me show you where the last $2,200 comes from. Layer 4. Lifestyle arbitrage. This term sounds fancy, but it's simple. Lifestyle arbitrage means getting the same quality of life for significantly less money by making strategic swaps. Lunch out every workday, $15 average swap to meal prepping 4 days and eating out once. Monthly savings, $180. Happy hour twice a week at $35 each, swap to hosting at home once, going out once. Monthly savings, $100. That's $280 per month in just 2 categories. But I only need $183 per month to close the gap. So let's be realistic and say you capture $185 from these swaps. $835 per month. $10,020 per year. There it is. But I want to give you one more tool. Because the hardest part isn't the system. It's the impulse purchases that sabotage the system. Layer 5. The 72-hour rule. For any non-essential purchase over $75, you wait 72 hours before buying. Not 24. 72. Here's why. Research from the Wharton School shows that the intensity of desire for a product drops by roughly 50% after 72 hours. Half the time, you won't even want it anymore. A separate study found that implementing a mandatory waiting period reduced non-essential spending by 18 to 23%. On a $500 per month discretionary budget, that's another $90 to $115 saved per month. We don't even need it for the $10,000, but it creates a buffer. A margin of safety. Room to be human and still hit the target. Let me give you the full breakdown one more time. Subscription Purge, $120 per month. $1,440 per year. Bill negotiation, $130 per month. $1,560 per year. Automated savings transfer, $400 per month. $4,800 per year. Lifestyle Arbitrage, $185 per month. $2,220 per year. Total, $835 per month. $10,020 per year. No one said it was sexy. No one said it goes viral. No one is making a TikTok about calling their internet provider. But $10,000 is $10,000. And a year from now, you'll either have it or you won't. The difference is whether you start. If this gave you a real plan and not motivation, hit subscribe. Drop a comment telling me which layer you're starting with this week. And if you missed the last 2 videos in this series where we broke down the patterns of real millionaires and exposed how credit cards are designed to keep you broke, they're linked right here. See you next week.